Hello and welcome to this JavaScript tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to write some code which explains us the mathematical operations. So instead of creating a simple tutorial, in this tutorial we are going to create a program which is used to calculate the average marks obtained by a particular student, and then we are going to also calculate the percentage obtained by a particular student. So let's go ahead and start with the tutorial. So initially let's create some variables so that we could store the marks obtained by the student in a particular subject. So let's create a variable. Now let's name this variable as, let's say, physics. Let's go ahead and create a second variable called chemistry. So we type var, let's say we use the short form chem, and let's say we also save the marks obtained in maths. So let's go ahead and create a third variable called maths. So once we have these three variables with us, we are going to create one more variable so as to keep track of the total. So we create var total, and we also need a variable to calculate the average. So we use var avg, let's say avg stands for average, and then we also use a third variable to calculate the percentage marks obtained. So let's say var percentage. Now once we have these variables in place, the next thing which we do is we simply assign some marks to the particular subject. So let's say we want to save some marks into the subjects. So let's say the marks obtained in physics are 80. So we type physics equals 80. So we have used the assignment operator to assign the physics marks to be 80. Now we do the same thing with the chemistry and maths. So we type chem equals, let's say, 70. And let's say maths equals, let's say, 90. Now once we have assigned the values to the variables, the next thing which we need to do is we need to calculate the total. So to calculate the total, as in a normal case we use the addition operation, so in JavaScript we are also going to use the same. So we type total equals physics plus chemistry plus maths. Simple enough. So but one thing which you need to make sure is that you end this statement with a semicolon. So that's how you use the addition operator in JavaScript. You simply use it to calculate the addition of different variables, and you need to store them in some variable so that it holds the result value. Now once we have the total, the next thing which we do is we calculate the average marks obtained. So we go ahead and we type average equals total divided by 3. Now in order to perform division, we use the slash and we divide it by 3 as there are 3 subjects. Now once we have the average marks obtained, now the next thing which we need to do is we need to calculate the percentage marks obtained. So in order to obtain the percentage, we simply use the variable percentage equals the total marks, which is the total, and then we divide it by 300, that is the total marks. So this total marks are the total marks obtained, and this is the maximum number of total marks. Now you want to multiply it by 100 in order to calculate the percentage. So in order to do that, you just initially calculate the result of this total divided by 100. So we mention this, or we specify this in parentheses, and then we use the multiplication operator and multiply it by 100. Now once we have this, we need to go ahead and just print out the result. So in order to do that, we use the document.write function. So let's say we want to display the total. So we type total is, and make sure that you include this in double quotes, and we print out the value of total. So total. Then we want to print out the value of average. So we type average is, then we print out the variable average, which is avg. Then finally we want to print out the percentage. So we type percentage, or let's say percentage is, and we finally print out the value of percentage. So we type percentage by giving a plus sign before it. Now let me go ahead and format this in a better way so that we could get spaces in between. So now once it is well formatted, we save the code again and execute it on the browser. So as you could see, it has calculated the total to be 240. The average is 80 and the percentage scored by the student is 80. So that's how you use math operators in JavaScript. So the mathematical operators which we have studied in this code are addition, multiplication and division. So basically you could also use if you want to calculate something before, so you could include them in this parentheses so that this value gets calculated first and then it is going to get multiplied by 100. So that's it for this tutorial, and I hope you understand this tutorial. So I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.